Well, welcome everyone to the Rookie Roundtable call here. Happy Monday, first of all. Really excited again. Every Monday when we start these calls, I'm always really pumped because somehow this call always gives me more energy because I feel like people get to meet new people, right? So networking events are important. It's really a huge part of success in real estate to network with other people. Somebody's going to bring the money, somebody's going to bring the deal. Like, I think probably number one or number two would be networking. So if it's your first time here, you can please put in the chat one, right? If you're first time here, so that our members that have been here for a while can welcome you in. Nice. Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome Kelly. Welcome Matthew. Welcome Tiffany. Look at all the first timers. Okay, this call has been going for 3.5 years. Over 4,000 people have come through here. It's completely free, and it is literally, I think, if you're sitting at home behind the computer and every week you can spend time, meet new people, this is probably one of the fastest ways you can start to take action that's going to create tangible results for you. All right, so the call usually goes like this. We're going to do a little bit of introduction of ourselves. We'll introduce some people maybe in our community. You can introduce yourself. If you invited somebody here, you can introduce them. It's always cool. Well, sometimes cool to call people out and have them be introduced as well. And yeah, we'll share a little bit to this today. Hughie, who is going to start becoming my co-host on this call, she's going to share a little bit about house hacking, and I'll share a little bit of legends and our vision and what we're committed to doing this year and who we're helping. And then you guys are going to get a chance to break out. Well, maybe we'll do some Q&As, and then we'll break out into breakout rooms. All right. So typically, we have somewhere around 20 to 25 brand new people that come onto these calls. So we'll always do a little bit of repetitive things, which is to show the WhatsApp group to join, right? So a link will be posted in our chat. This is so you guys can continue networking. We've been running this call for so long, and we only recently in December decided to start a WhatsApp call for this. That call is really exciting. There are people placing money, there are people lending, there are people looking for deals. Now, I must put a disclaimer right now and say that not everyone on there is vetted, right? So you got to do your due diligence. But the awesome thing about communities is that all you have to do is ask around a little bit, to prevent, bad transactions or, getting screwed in the deal or anything like that. Just ask around, right? You simply have to ask around. And a pro tip for being in our community is come from a place of service. The value that you get in this place is going to be the value that you put in. All right. This is no different than anywhere else that you would go to. If you can support somebody, if you can offer value to somebody, wherever they have challenges, or even be willing to ask for help and allow somebody to give you support, those are two ways to be of contribution in this place, in this space. If you can do that, wait, what is this? AI companion. What is this, guys? Sorry. Should I click yes, Nick? Natalie?
Never click
Deny?
yes.
Oh,
I don't think you should click yes. I
okay.
don't think-
Sorry. Um, yeah, so to be, if you're gonna get value in here, don't be somebody that comes in only looks to take. That is just, it's not gonna work. If you come here and you join the WhatsApp chat and you're somebody that just continues to spam. Did we put the link in there, Nick? What happened? Vanessa, Nick, somebody, link. So join the WhatsApp group, and if you are there genuinely to meet people, I promise you it will be a very valuable community. All right. This call has been going for 4 months. What I'm creating is a space. Okay. What we're creating together actually is a space for us to be able to do real estate deals together. And then, of course, more things after that. And, when I first started these calls, what I did was I did 10 connections a day for a whole year, 10 connections a day for a whole year. And what that resulted to was $10 million raised. That means you can do the same thing. There are people that are very experienced in our community, right? Joel is here. If you guys see Joel and Cynthia, they're very experienced. You always be able to, if you ask questions, they will come. Like I see people shouting them out all the time. Simon, who is always here as well, he's somebody that people shout out because they're always of service. They know how to network. So that's a pro tip. All right, just network in that way. Um, I want to share a quick story here. This past weekend, I was in this amazing event called Jetson Capital. All right, this is where family offices are typically families that have had a business, they've had an exit, something like that. Their net worth is north of, 10 to 15 million dollars. And so they establish a family office where they have somebody that is, taking care of their finances, looking at investment opportunities, things like that. Now, family offices also go up to, hundreds of millions of dollars. So, as we learn to network, you want to always use everything as a stepping stone to the next place. The reason why I'm sharing this is because there are people in our community, including myself, that are in rooms that you are not in, right? That's why networking is so important because all you need is one person and you're in those rooms. So if you can just meet the right people, you can network with the right people, they will put you in places that you wouldn't be able to go yourself. All right. So the reason why we started these calls was because I was living in Peru during around the COVID time, and um, I didn't have to really work anymore. I have real estate that was paying for everything, and so I lived in Peru for a year, and I came back to the States, and I went into the supermarkets and stuff. And right when COVID was ending, it was all the elderly that were working in there. We live in a country where abundance is everywhere. The amount of napkins that they give to everyone is insane. When you go to another country and you come back to the States and you see the amount of just the napkins that you get from getting a drink, you order anything, it's a whole ton of napkins. So I'm just saying that because this country is so abundant. But we have created a pathway for people that doesn't really work, right? Like what's the path? Get a good job. Our previous generation was get a good job or get good grades, get a good job, work the 9 to 5, start a family, do the American dream, and put your money where? 401ks, IRAs, pensions before that, right? And so I want to put into perspective how that money works when you put it into those places, even if they match it. All right, your money goes in and you have a custodian of your money, right? That person needs to get paid for managing your 401k. This person's manager or boss needs to also get paid. The CEO of whatever that is gets paid. And then the money goes somewhere. The money goes into somewhere Wall Street tells you to put it. Okay? How many people along the way get paid before your money actually goes to work is really insane. Tony Robbins wrote a book about the power of money, and he says that every percent that you get charged on fees is about 20% of your profits. Most people are getting charged at least 3%. Why is it so big? Because it's compounded over 40 years and a lot of people take along the way. So, for example, if you are buying and you're investing your 401k and IRA and somebody puts it into a real estate deal, that real estate deal, okay, is getting taxed all this way before you see the profits. This is why you see a very low 2, 3, 4% returns, if that on a good year, right? And on the years that they lose, it's kind of like, all right, well, it was bad, right? And people just have to take it. And they lock your money up for 40 years and charge you a penalty if you take it out early. Of course, if you leave money in anything for 40 years, it should generate a pretty large return. Okay? And so they take all of that. That's what all the fees are for. Now, the other thing that the other option you have is you are, an investor, and if you're not what they call an accredited investors, you actually can't even invest the majority of the deals. So first of all, what's an accredited investor? An accredited investor is somebody that makes over $200,000, or they have a net worth north of 1 million, not including your own home, right? Most people's equity and net worth, they think it's their home. But they're like, no, can't be including your home. Oh, I have a spouse. Well, okay, you guys have to together make 300K. So this is an accredited investor. They give you access to larger deals that usually typically have better returns. Now, if you're not part of that, okay, and the point that I'm making here is my goal is to help unaccredited investors get into deals that they normally cannot. That's one of my deals because accredited investors, amazing. They have a lot of great opportunities. But what about the unaccredited investors? Where can we put you guys? What can we do? How can we help? Right? And a lot of unaccredited investors are going to need to find a place not only to put their money, but also perhaps to get into the game of real estate. So you're in the right, if you're here, whether you're accredited or non-accredited, whether you have a lot of experience or you don't, there is tons of value here that can be gained for you. All right. All you have to do, we're only one person away from completely changing the direction of our life. All right. So I just want to introduce a couple people first, like really, really fast, and then we're not going to go into, introduction for them. But people on my team are Nick Charmante. If you guys see him, he's on video. He's 18 years old. He's a child prodigy. He's a golden child, and he's the right-hand person, basically helping run my whole company. All right, so there he is, Nick. Natalie, who is our head of marketing, there she is. She does everything. If you get messages or anything like that, she handles all the marketing in the background. Giovanna, who is, you guys probably, if you receive a text message or anything from our company, it's because Giovanna's the one sending them out. Some of them are automated, but if you respond back, it's always her that will respond to you. So she's amazing. Get to know her. She will give you direction on, where to go, how to navigate throughout our community. So, hey, Giovanna. And then Hughie, who is the next most experienced real estate person on our team. So she's done a lot of single family deals herself. She is a part of a couple larger multifamily deals, and she's also on my team. So you guys will hear a lot more from her as well. She's going to teach a lot today. So welcome, everybody. And then let's see, who else? Who else is here? Is Jessica? No, Jessica's not here. Is Max here? Is Max and Donna here? Max runs our school community. So if you want to create any, communities, if you need support in those places, Max is here to do that and, consult. And he also can provide his services as well. So really good to know. He's helped us. We launched our school community sometime in January, and we're already at 196 members. And we'll put a link actually in there. We're currently running a 30-day challenge, which you can follow along on all of our videos. Basically, it's 30 days, no money, no credit, no excuses. Get a real estate deal done. I'm going along every single day, showing exactly what I'm doing, and you can follow along. It's very rudimentary. Teach you guys how to speak to investors, how to find deals, talk to brokers, the mentality that you got to have along the way. And yeah, it's a really great time. Lots of engagements. People have money to invest. Like you'll find it's a really great community in school. We do have a cap. The moment that we hit this number, okay, we will turn this into a paid community. So if you guys have the chance, at least join into the school community, be grandfathered in to our school community. It will be a community where we will run lots of challenges. I think next month we might run either a CRM or a AI challenge. And we'll just have a lot of different challenges with really, really great people. We have people doing Airbnb arbitrage challenge that's going to be lined up. We have wholesale challenge that'll be lined up as well. So, this community is going to continue to grow, and it's already really beautiful just seeing all the people in that space. Also, who else is here? Vanessa. Can we bring Vanessa up? She's not part of our team per se, but she's been a part of our calls for a really long time. She's also, how old are you? 18 or 19, Vanessa?
Just turned 20,
Oh, just
actually.
turned 20. Okay, so you were 19, just turned 20.
We're
Happy
19 a
birthday.
month ago.
And, we work with a lot of teens and we want teens to have these real life experiences. So she's got skills in website building. She's she's got proficiency in Go High Level, landing pages. She can help in all those spaces. So, if you need some support there, Vanessa, it would be great for you guys to use Vanessa's services. Give her some more real life experiences, and yeah, it would just be amazing. So thank you, amazing team. Am I forgetting somebody here? Why do I feel like somebody's missing? Where's Kayla? Is Kayla in
Donna,
here?
Donna.
Oh, Donna. Okay, Donna's here. Donna has been probably one of the longest standing members of our mastermind, and she is a public speaking coach. She also has a bunch of single family deals. She's also a general partner in, can you bring Kayla up? General partner in multiple commercial deals. So she's got experience as well. And yeah, she's a wealth of knowledge. She also runs a deeper real estate call at the end of every Wednesday, every the last Wednesday of every month. She runs a call, so it's pretty cool. You guys can check that out. She brings some good speakers in there as well, and she is Legends certified for sure, and she's part of our team in product creations. So she tests all the products before we send it out to you guys. Kayla is an amazing flow queen. And so she is going to actually be helping a lot on our philanthropic efforts in Mexico and San Diego. And so we're going to be building homes. We work with orphanages down there. And we might get this bid to build 1,000 homes down there as well. So we're working on that. Lots of great opportunities. Our close friend has a huge retreat center that he's building down there. You know, really, to be a part of our community is to have access to all of the people that I know. And I know a ton of really, really epic, amazing people like Larry Michael. He's a part of our extended family here. And his teachings around communication has changed my life, literally. So I think we're going to have a video also posted in the school community that Larry did with us with a part of our paid community. And just by watching that video and learning about figurative and structural communication, like, will change the game for you. Okay, those are one of those moments where you're like, holy crap. So thank you, team. You guys are freaking epic and amazing. Thank you guys so much for being here. Um, leave Hughie up, please. So, this year for us, Legends, what we're committed to doing is we want to help people become general partners in an institutional asset. So the reason why I'm saying this is because what I realized was when I went to these big events, because I wasn't doing deals large enough to warrant these family offices to write a $15 million minimum check, I wasn't even playing in the game. And where I've come to is I've done all this residential real estate. I've done multifamily, and I've done a ton of deals that are sub $15 million, and they're great. But what I also realize is the smaller the deal, the harder it is to manage. Hughie and I own a 300 unit industrial storage with a warehouse on it. It's about $4.3 million like value. But because it's that size versus if it could be, maybe 40,000 square feet bigger, some of the costs are all the same, right? So if the costs are the same in expenses, a smaller deal has a much harder time absorbing that cost than a larger deal. Okay, so number one, I want to help everybody think bigger. It's possible for you to do bigger deals, and I have some time on my calendar this week and next week. Plus, on Wednesdays is a call where I teach and show you guys how to become a general partner with us on an institutional level deal. So, institution meaning it is deals that are usually reserved for for life insurance companies, for BlackRock, those deals that Grant Cardone is buying, right? So you see those beautiful Class A assets, whether it's a hotel or multifamily. These are the deals that, we're looking at right now. We have family office partners, and this year we're going to show you guys how you can be a part with us as we partner with these big players and buy an institutional asset like that. That's my goal to bring, and I'm putting a lot of my efforts there, as Hughie's going to be putting a lot more of her efforts into supporting everyone else in our community. So, we're really trying to figure out how to serve people the best. Oh, nice. 6 more people joined our school community. Awesome. And
Yay.
yeah, so on Wednesday, that's the call. Check it out. Seriously, it is, what we offer doesn't exist in the world right now, and our fund model it doesn't exist. And yeah, everyone that I shared with this weekend, some of these big players, they're like, wow, everyone should be doing that. And they're like, whatever it is that you're doing, if it's successful and you can bring this to the table, then we will work with you because we love the vision, we love what you're doing. So we know that we're on the right track. We have people that are basically saying to us, this is the right track, and these are bigger players. They want to help, but they're not going to help unless you help yourself. All right, so we're taking masterminds and funds and we're creating something that is an evolved version of it. So that's on Wednesday. If you want to check it out, typically what it'll look like is you'll go from here to that call. You'll learn a lot more about, funds and how those things are structured and how we are building it and how we're creating the leadership actually of this community. Okay, so leadership, what does that mean? Leadership meaning you are the people that are going to do what I've been doing for the last 3-4 years on these calls, which is you're going to welcome the new people in, and you work with them. Help them go to the right places. Help them place their money in the right places. Help them get into deals. And those are all like we're looking for leadership that is going to solidify our community. Okay, so that's Wednesday. Check that out. And then also we are running 2 events that I just want to mention. One is our boardroom event. So boardroom, what is boardroom? Boardroom is March 1st and March 2nd, right, Nick?
Yes.
It's a 2-day in-person event here in Las Vegas, and we will literally take you from, there's a website so you guys can check it out yourself. Multiple people have shared best $1,500 they spent, their mind was blown. All like the feedback for our boardroom has been amazing. Okay. And we're really going to help you not only hit your 2025 goals, but show you that it's actually you can achieve it in such a shorter time frame and with less money. Like we can teach you guys how to create partnerships, how to create win-wins, and what that all looks like. And we'll break down the numbers for you guys. There's some exercise and experiences that's going to help you move past your limiting beliefs. All right, because for me, every time that I played small, it has costed me greatly. So for all of you guys that are on this call, I would love, as you guys think about your 2025 goals, what does it mean for you to not hit it? What does it mean for your family members? Like who would pay the prices if you don't achieve your 2025 goals? Not very many people are going to share about 2025 goals in this way, but I want people to feel the pain, not just like, oh my God, it's a lofty goal and I put it in my vision board. I'm going to look at it every day. That's great. But either you got to connect to the pain of it or your why, right? And usually it lands in the same place. But what does that mean? What does it mean to have less time with your family? What does it mean to have to work 9 to 5 or 2 jobs? right? Somebody called me today and she was like, I want to be in real estate so badly, but now I have to take on 2 jobs. So I don't really know where to go. And she spent 2 years learning. She went to Grant Cardone's, joined that mastermind, went to another mastermind and took that. And she did learning, but the actions and the tangible returns were not there because there wasn't a right community for that to happen, you know? And so I feel deeply for her. And I told her, look, whatever I can do to help you move forward, you know, and I think the 30-day challenge will be the best place. Like you need some kind of action. It's not just about underwriting 100 multifamily deals and you're going to get into a deal. That's not true because all I asked was, where are you going to find the deals? Oh, Crexy LoopNet. Well, I can find those deals on Crexy LoopNet. So you're never going to be able to present a deal to me that makes me like ready to buy it, right? So, yeah, you got to connect to the prices of not hitting that in 2025. All right, so hopefully if you get nothing out of today's call, and I'm sure you guys are going to get something. If you guys make it to the breakout room, you guys are going to get a whole ton. But take away from today is like your 2025 goals. What does it mean? Okay, because we don't got all day and life is freaking short.
For
So
sure.
if you don't hit the 2025 goals, like what does it mean? And don't think about it and get scared and try to make a smaller goal. Figure out how to get there, figure out how to hit it. Because 2025, like make it the year. All right, so you got to connect to the prices of not hitting 2025 goals. Awesome, Fraser. We'll take a look at that. The other one is our breakthrough event, which is March 4th to, sorry, March 6th to the 8th. If I've been saying March 4th, please Control Alt delete that because I know I've been saying the wrong date. I don't know why, but it's March 6th to the 8th in Florida, Fort Lauderdale area. That event guarantee will change your life because it's got real estate components in it, but it is full blown, like a more immersed, intimate version, perhaps, of Tony Robbins type of event, right? And it's cool. We'll have hypnosis in there. The hypnosis show is always a great laugh. You will find, a very, you might find a part of yourself that you haven't seen in a while, you know? And so it's a beautiful experience, and I'm excited for that. So anybody that has gone through personal development type of work, you know what I'm talking about. Those of you guys that haven't, like we bring real estate and that together into one place, and it will help you shatter all of your limiting beliefs about why you can't get to certain places, why you can't have the life that you dream of having, like ASAP. Not in like 20 years. Okay, 20 years is way too far. Okay, so that's basically my share about my vision and how I want to serve our community this year. And I'll share that every call. So, feel free to invite other people here. We're also doing a challenge for Nick. I don't know if you can put this somewhere, but we just came up with this. We'll do a challenge. Whatever your experience is here today, or if you have been in this community for a while, we're doing a challenge for testimonials, right? Because I'm like, we get so many testimonials and we just have not written them down or we have not collected them. So we're intentionally going to collect some testimonials and we will draw from those, or we might pick the best one, but we will also draw some random and we'll have a couple winners win our 1-year mentorship. Okay, so I didn't even tell Hughie this or anyone else on the team. I'm just dropping it right now. Nick, I don't know where you put it or whatever. Just whoever can leave the best or just testimonials, we're going to do a challenge. You win 1 year of mentorship with us. And yeah, we'll pick a couple people from that. And it's worth it. Trust me. It used to be a 15K offer. So, okay. Hughie, I want, maybe you just do a little intro for yourself and share with us about today's topic of house hacking. Actually, wait, let me share one more real quick story. House hacking.
Go ahead.
When I started real estate, that was how I kind of created the exit the rat race, right? When you exit the rat race, your biggest expense is always your mortgage or your rent. hopefully. If you have other big expenses and you can't even cover that, then that's a separate conversation. But typically, if you can have your rent or your mortgage covered, it is a really, really good feeling. So I bought a triplex. It covered my mortgage. I lived in the basement. I had my two other units rented out. My car was covered. My cell phone was covered, and I still had a couple $100 left over. It felt really good. So that was, house hacking, and it allows you to scale. When you're able to put your rent money and whatever aside, you can scale so much faster. And so, yeah, Hughie, please show us,
Yeah.
lead the way. And I
Thank
will be
you.
sitting.
Oh, you muted yourself really quick.
Oh, I will be in attendance, and so you will run
Awesome.
the show from here. We have about let's do like 24 minutes ish.
Okay,
Is that good enough? Okay, so
sounds good.
24-minute ish, and then we will have some Q&As, and then we'll break you guys out into two breakout rooms tonight. So you guys get a treat for all of you guys that are here. You guys to meet 12 people. Oh my God. All right.
Awesome. Yay. Awesome. All right. Thanks for that intro. And I'm glad that you were a firsthand experience of house hacking. Basically, like Alex mentioned, when it comes to your expenses, your monthly expenses, your biggest pie is always going to go towards your living expenses, which include your mortgage or your rent. So you want to find ways to either eliminate or reduce it drastically. So for those of you in attendance, how many of you guys have heard of House Hack? Put one in the chat if you have. If you haven't, type in two on the chat. All right. Okay, so a little mixture of both. Um, Awesome. All right. So basically, with house hacking, everybody starts at zero usually with real estate, right? The goal is to get you to get that first property and then go from there. If you have the backbones from the beginning to go into commercial real estate, you definitely want to stay plugged into Alex, and he's the expert in that field, and he'll get you to own a multifamily or become a general partner. But for those of you, like I started in residential, for me, owning a multifamily building was a long shot. I didn't think I'd ever be able to own one. I thought it was left for the multimillionaires. And even though I had a good income, my background, I have my doctorates in physical therapy, and I worked a hospital setting for about 12 years. And I was able to retire from that through real estate about 2 years ago, 2 years in May. And I grew a passion for real estate throughout the time, and I dabbled in a few strategies. Um, I'm passionate about the house hacking. That this is one strategy I wish I started with because it's the easiest way to scale and to figure things out right away. Because, like I said, you would either eliminate your expenses and generate some passive income, or you would, at the very minimum, decrease it. So let me see. I think I saw a question on here. Did I miss it? No. Okay. All right. So for those of you that are in a rental situation, or maybe you have children that are renting, you want to offer this opportunity. House hacking, you can either do it in a single family home, let's say it's a 3 or 4 bedroom home, or if there's a basement, or a garage. Some people convert their garages. You just have to be cognizant of what the city ordinances are and become familiar. Or if you're in an HOA, especially, they're very, very strict on what you can and cannot do. But for the most part, you can either do it with a single family home and rent out the rooms, or you can buy a duplex, triplex, or fourplex, right? We're going to stay in the small multifamily residential just to keep it simple. But we're going to discuss further as we get along. Could be typed in video. Okay. So that's the goal, right? Is to use the other tenants to pay for your mortgage, right? So in the meantime, you're paying down your mortgage, and you may generate some profit. So it may even pay for your car loans, maybe student loans if you are going to college. So it's really a good way for you to scale, and you can do it every 2-3 years, and before you know it, in 5 years, you can have 20 units on your own. The condition is that it has to be your primary home. So let's say, you are renting, you've saved enough money. We'll get into the financing, but basically if you go the FHA route, Usually FHA would be reserved for her first-time home buyers or someone that may not have the best credit. I believe if there's anyone in the mortgage industry and wants to clarify, but I want to say they will go down to 620 or maybe 580. I can't remember, for an FHA loan, and you can buy one of these homes for just a 3.5% down payment. So quick math, if you have a $500,000 fourplex or triplex in your area, you would just need to put 3.5% down, which would be, I don't want to kill the math here. It'll be 17,500. That would be, there you go. Thank you, iPhone 272. It's 580 FICO for an FHA. With conventional loans, you will have to have a higher FICO score. I believe it's 620 for that one. And you can clarify me, iPhone 272. And the down payment for that is usually 5%. They may require for you to go higher. So in this case, instead of putting 17,500 with an FHA loan, you can do it for 5%, which would give you 25%, sorry, $25,000 down. So it's a quick way to get in the event that you've saved enough to buy a triplex, fourplex. John C., yes, you are correct. There are different loan programs like NACA. USDA loan is another one that they offer 100% financing. They just have different qualifiers. We can get into a whole different subject when it comes to financing. It's just getting educated on what programs are out there. Are interested in them. Okay. Can you apply for a down payment assistance program? Yes, there are down payment assistance programs with FHA that you would have to qualify for. And, one of the things that Alex did mention that I want to reinforce is that this community is amazing. We have people from all types of backgrounds, and I know we have a big group of mortgage lenders from all over. So feel free to connect or put your information on there. We're going to go into breakout rooms towards the end. So if you're one of them, share your details. Okay. All right. So those are the ways that you can get in. But yes, there are many programs out there that are non-traditional. I'm just covering the two because they're the most conventional out there. What I like about this is that as long as you stay below a fourplex, so anything a duplex or triplex, you can still get covered through Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac mortgage products. Right now, I live in Florida and I'm very familiar with Florida and Broward County specifically. For Broward County, the FHA limits for a single family is $654,000. For a duplex, they'll go up to $837,000. A triplex, $1.12 million, and a fourplex, $1.258. So imagine, this is one quick way that you can get access to $1 million. Sorry, give me 1 second. Oh. This is access for you to get into a home for $1 million and just come down with the 5% or 3.5% down payment, right? And one of the good things that I do like is that the lender will do what they call like a Section 1007 form, which basically is the appraiser would come out and do comparables on the market rents for that area. And they'll use up to 75% of the market rents to qualify you. So if you don't necessarily have to have the full income for the entire home, but they'll use 75% of the rental income to qualify you. So let's say for quick math, you get a fourplex and the other 3 units, you're going to be collecting $2,000 each. So the other 3 units, that's going to give you $6,000 a month. And they'll give you up to 75%. So out of the 6,000, they'll give you 4,500 towards income to qualify you for the property. Give me 1 second because I see a lot of questions.
Yeah, hold on, wait.
Go ahead.
Let me just ask something right there. I don't think the magnitude of that, what you just shared, is huge because a lot of people can't qualify for these loans because their debt to income ratio isn't there, right? So the debt to income ratio part is like they see how much income you have from what you earn, and they take that and they divide it by the debt itself, and it has to be a certain number, right? You have to have a certain amount over. Now, if you buy a property that gives you income as well, they take 75% of that and add it to your income. That
Right.
allows you to qualify. Okay, so that means you might have a deal that is you would never by yourself be able to qualify for, $1.2 million, something like that. But because they give
No.
you 75% of that income, now you could qualify for that. Like that is massive what you're sharing. And so yeah, thank you. I just wanted to jump in for that.
Right. And you have to think of real estate as a business. Thank you, Alex. Because imagine what business can you buy for $1 million where you would put, if you go the FHA route, where you just have to put 3.5%, where you just put $35,000 up front, or at worst case, the conventional route at 5%, where you just go in for 50,000. Like there's no business out there that you can get in with that little. So definitely I want these numbers to stick for you. And like someone mentioned, yes, there are other programs like the USDA loans and that they will do 0%, but they have other fees that they'll tackle in the package, the loan package. So get familiar, have a mortgage broker on your side to educate you on what's available to you based on your income bracket and your debts and what you owe. What do you recommend for someone with a seven? So iPhone 272, I don't know your name, but I see that you wrote down again that you work with a lot of down payment assistance program. Leverage this community. Like if you have a product that people may benefit from, go ahead and put your name and details in your company or your website so that people can contact you. What does it take to qualify for FHA credit savings, and can parents gift down? Yeah, so as anyone can gift you a deposit, and there's no so let's say you have children that you want them to start off with a duplex or whatever. You are able to donate. The bank will just require you write a letter to make sure that this is a gift. And yeah, there's no limit on how much you can give to them. You can fund their full deposit. So if you have the 50K for them to invest in $1 million fourplex, they will accept that. What do you recommend for someone? So usually if you have higher credit, they do offer better interest rates overall. I'm not a mortgage broker, so this would be more specifics on your specific portfolio or profile. What would be the best loan program for you? Use traditional banking loans. So if you're saying traditional banking as in like the Chase, Bank of America, I prefer, I've been working with mortgage brokers the past 10 years. I realize how more efficient and accessible they are. So I no longer use traditional banking. They may offer a little bit better rates by maybe a tiny decimal point. But I find that a mortgage broker, you can get a hold of them on a Sunday. They can give you answers to your questions at any time on weeknights. So I personally just go straight to a mortgage broker. Fraser, down payment for our country like Canadians is different. Yeah, I'm not sure how Canada works, Fraser. Who was giving 75%. Okay, Matthew. So I don't know if you want to come up, Matthew, but basically to answer your question, the bank sends an appraiser to quantify how much the rents are going in that market. So they will do their own research and data, and they'll give you 75% to qualify you. So basically, if your income, you're just making, let's say 100K, and you won't be able to qualify for that $1 million fourplex, the fact that you have 3 other units that will be collecting rents, they will use they're considering it as income that's coming from the property, and they'll use that to supplement your income, your salary. So they'll use 75% of the tenant's rental income towards the mortgage. So if your mortgage is 6,000 for what was the example we had said? I think it was $6,000 that we were generating from the other 3 units. And we said it was 6,000. Let me go back. So if you're going to be collecting $6,000 from all 3 units, so 75% of that would be 4,500. So they're going to consider that 4,500 times 12 months, 54,000. So if you make $100,000 with every year that you're collecting rents from these other 3 units, you're going to be collecting 54,000. So they would be tackling that $54,000 onto your personal income of 100. So they'll be using an income of 154,000. I hope that clarifies that. Oh, Alex wrote. Thanks. And I'm there. Sorry, I'm trying to get to these questions as, does anyone have a specific scenario or question they want to come up and discuss? About looks up projected income. No, the DSCR program is a totally different. DSCR programs are investment loans. They have to be under a corporation, and they can go up to 10 units. This is specifically for small multifamily residential. So single family, duplex, triplex, or fourplex.
I got a
So
quick question.
sure.
So as far as getting like a first rental property, I always hear it's a good idea to kind of just get like a kind of side-by-side duplex starting out, just so you can rent the left side, for example, own the left side, rent out the right side, and kind of accumulate not only rent but experience from that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry, I didn't get to see who was speaking.
That was Matthew.
Matthew. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, Matthew, it's one of those things that I mentioned early. Like some people straight off the bat, like I was thinking too small when I started in real estate, and I felt safer if I can get into a single family. And then I ventured into small multifamily. Some people may feel like a fourplex might be their best bet. And to be honest, the higher or the more units in a building, the more revenue you're going to be cash flowing. So, I mean, if you have the stomach or bones to go into multifamily commercial, go at it. You know, that's usually where you scale to. But yeah, for someone, a duplex may be more than enough.
Yeah, 'cause
So
all this talk, hey, you gotta have, there's $1 million here, you gotta have $50,000 down payment. It's like it feels like if you're just starting out. Now it seems kind of intimidating, with the whole like, oh, you're
right.
yeah.
I hear you. I was there. I couldn't even do a duplex to start. I had to do a single family to see what it was like to be a homeowner. But yeah, that is one of the cons. When you become you have your tenants that live next to you. And so you have to be available to fix any repairs. You just have there's a lot of work involved to it too also. So some people may be with a duplex is more than enough. Some may go triplex, fourplex, but they're available. These programs are available, which for DSCR loans, going back on that question, another thing that differs is that they usually require you to put 20 to 25% down. So we're talking about if you're looking at $1 million fourplex, that would be a $200,000 to $250,000 down payment. Plus they have, because this is an investment property off the bat, it's considered, they need reserves. So that's another, they usually, some banks will require you to have 3 to 6 months. So again, going back to the rents, if the mortgage is $6,000 mortgage and the reserves are 3 months, you're looking at 18,000. If it's 6 months, you have to have an additional 36,000 in the bank. So specifically, this is why I love house hacking. It's really like a quick way to get into real estate, especially if you're trying to feel out the market, because at the end of the day, when we discussed budget last week, we talked about how that biggest chunk goes to that living expense. So if you can minimize that or completely diminish it to the point where you're getting passive income, you're on a win, right? How many of you guys would not want to have your mortgage eliminated, right? If you're paying 2, 3, 4,000 on rent or mortgage, go ahead and put a 10 on the chat. There you go. All right, I'm trying to go back. Did I miss any questions, guys? I think, hang on, I'm going back.
Don't worry, we're
Kelly.
answering them in the chat.
Oh, okay,
You're
good.
good.
All right, so there's a website that you guys you can Google it yourselves too if you're curious about, where whatever state you're in, whatever county you're in, you can go to FHA. Let me see, I just had it pulled up. Let me minimize this. Guys, I'm not into tech. I am very novice when it comes to technology. You can go to FHA.com and you can type in your county and state, and it'll give you all the limits. So it differs. You want to just take advantage and see what the limits are. Find yourself a good mortgage broker that will educate you on the different types of loan products that there are and what you would qualify specifically. Because they do look at different things, and every profile is different. Where can this get cut over?
Hey, good evening. I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm actually talking for my wife. Her name's Kelly. So, but
Hi, Kelly.
we sit in on the meetings. But I have a question. So, what was your avenue of approach from the first acquisition of your property to the second one? So, I guess the question is, did you take a HELOC out? Did you refinance the property? Like, how did that work? What was the timeline? What was your loan that you got out? Because I'm a veteran and we use VA loans, and we're looking to like do the house hack and then the 1031 deferral exchange and put that into like start that avenue. But I really want to know what someone else has done.
Right. And we'll both give examples because Alex actually had the triplex. That's how he started. For me, it was different. I started off as a single family homeowner, and the way I did it was very slow because I was scared and I was doing it alone. And so I saved for my second property. I bought it cash. I made that mistake. And then I bought my third property. I bought enough. I saved enough just to get the 20%. And then I learned about my HELOC and I pulled and I was able to get two more through my HELOC. That was my way. And then I got into flipping. So, I became a funding partner on a deal. We made money there, and I used the funds from that to purchase another property. And then as far as VA loans actually are the other ones that offer 0% down. They have different qualifiers. I'm not sure what they are, but I do know that VA loans offer 100% loans. And did you say something about a 1031 exchange?
Yes, yes. So wanted to do so we already have a primary right now, and we were looking to somehow start this vehicle of taking the equity out of the property while we're renting it out. Or we have a 5 bedroom home where we can rent out the basement or what have you to my LLC, quote unquote, and
Mm-hmm.
use that as a designation for the 1031 of like renting it out to an entity for
Mm-hmm.
a certain amount of time. And then obviously you have like 185 days of what have you. You got to
Right.
identify it to the IRS and all that stuff. So I just wanted to see like what the avenue looked like if someone else has done that, because I'm trying to use the primary as an asset to build upon like the 1031 highway to the next property and ultimately to a fourplex. And then we'll see where that goes eventually. But we're starting small like you did. So
Yeah.
Hugi, how long did it take you to buy all those properties?
Well, it wasn't so much the length in time, it was the burnout in years. I mean, there was a time that I was working 7 days for years. I mean, I was crazy, but um, about probably 8, 9, maybe 10 years total. And then I got into commercial through you, which
Yeah.
was almost 3 years ago.
So
But yeah, it was a long time and very tiring.
yeah, and so Kelly and husband, we
sorry,
like
Christian.
a lot of what was your name?
Christian, my bad. I'm sorry.
Christian. No, you're good.
Good.
You're good. So look, this like these questions that everybody has, right? This is what we do in the mastermind calls. First of all, help you get through whatever, obstacles to get to the next deals, things like that. But also what if you can not take 8 years to do it and you
Mm-hmm.
can do it in like 9 months, right? Because that's what I did. And like, how do you think outside the box? Because right
Right.
now, what most people are thinking is, okay, I have a home, I have my line of credit, my current credit score is this, and I got this much saved up, and then there's this like slow moving process, right? But we'll teach you guys to think way bigger. And when you guys think bigger, then it's about like, okay, can I do 10 this year? What would it take for me to do 10? The only thing that's stopping you from doing 10 is knowledge on what's possible and people showing you how to do it. So like we really teach people on Tuesdays, when on those calls, to like, how do you move from where you are now to something that's scaled much faster and bigger? So the strategy is just different. Yeah, exactly, Natalie. The strategy is just different. And how do you leverage all these things, right? Because if you had a community of people that can provide funding, that can provide management, that can do a lot of things where you can just put deals together, that's how you scale in real estate. Because otherwise, like 8 years, right? I mean, how long do we live in our life? I don't know, 80 years average? Like just from learning how to do, like you don't have to take 8 years. With Hughie's support and mine support,
Mm-hmm.
what took her 8 years can take you a fraction of the time. What would that mean? What would that mean to have an extra 7 years, head start? That's what I would really think about for everyone that's here. Like these calls are great on Mondays and the networking is going to be great. But like if you want to get super committed into like having results this year, like you want to be a part of a weekly ongoing conversation that is focused directly on how to be creative, how to get deals done, how to do 10 times what you thought you were doing before. So yeah, just wanted to share that. And Hughie, do you have anything else? Because I want to get us to breakout rooms also.
No, I mean, I was trying to thank you guys. I see a lot of you guys were supporting with the questions.
Yeah.
The team and Armando, I see, and Simon. So, no, I mean, this is a great topic. I know there's a lot of interest because if you're someone like me, when I first started, that you just wanted to be more in control and like you were scared of how the market cycle is cycling right now, and this is a way that you can get out of the rat race. Or if you're renting and you have enough 3.5% to enough to get into a home, try to just map it out. This strategy is really it's easy to get into, and it's an easy way for you to scale. And if you're paying $2,000 a month in rent and you can eliminate that or bring it down to $500, go for it. And stay plugged in. This community is awesome, as you can see. I mean, we had a ton of questions, and there's everyone from different backgrounds coming in and sharing their expertise. So
Yeah.
I hope you guys found value.
Yeah. Thank you, Hughie. That was amazing. Okay, so we'll take just like maybe 2 or 3 questions, and then we're gonna give you guys a chance to go break out into the rooms, you know? And I would focus the conversations very much on, what are the goals, right? What are your 2025 goals? And what would it mean to not hit them? And what would it mean to hit them? Like, I would really get clear on that so that you guys can, support each other there. Because other questions outside, you will meet people in this community that's going to be able to support you with real estate questions. All right. And, but, you gotta get clear on the costs. Otherwise, we don't take as much action as we definitely can. So, questions, comments.
Yeah. I just wanted to kind of check in here as far as like my goals, and as far as like getting started here. My goal, basically just get done with renting, eventually own a home, and
Mhm.
have that have that home in maybe South Florida and also a home in a different country.
Mhm.
I know you mentioned Peru. Get big shout out to Lima. It's the best food in the world.
Yes.
Uh,
Peru.
really, but and as far as just getting started in real estate, I'm done renting too.
Mhm.
I'm 34. I'm done renting. I want to eventually start a real estate portfolio and get the gears turning. So that's my big why.
Yeah.
Um, as far as the question here, or are you looking at as far as, interest rates for like say you're in my shoes, you're going to get your first rental property or duplex or just get started in real estate. Are you really paying attention to the interest rates? Because, there's a lot of talk of them dropping. So that's kind of my question there.
So I'll give you one thing I want to share is a little just mind shift about your process,
Mm-hmm.
right? Currently have over 800 units and I still rent. Like I rent I rent where I live, I own what I rent. And eventually we will of course build our dream home and everything. But, right now it's like it allows me to be mobile. It allows me to not like hoard a whole bunch of things. There's a practice of keeping just like important things. So that's for me, for my own practice. Two, like when you buy a home, it actually becomes a liability. It adds to the debt. Remember we talked about debt to income ratio. When you buy a home, it does not add to the income side. It adds to the debt side. So that prevents you from even qualifying for another loan. Right? So like if you guys are thinking about doing this on your own and using your credit and your own money, then that's going to be an obstacle. Now we teach you guys how to like leverage other people's credit, other people's money. How do you talk to investors? How do you talk to people? That's the next level, right? If you're really going to be called a real estate investor, there's going to be a time where you are no longer liquid. How do you continue to invest and buy real estate? Guaranteed, if you're in this game long enough, you will run out of money to do things. I mean, you can do it slowly, of course, but if you find a really great deal, what are you going to do? Right? So either you start learning how to do that now, or you can wait some years and find out that you're going to have to do that anyways. So I'm all about saving time. Time is the most important, precious thing in our life. So, for all of us, what do we use money for? We use money to save us time. Until you realize and truly understand that time is the most valuable thing, you will continue to just throw it away. All right. So yeah, people say time is my greatest asset, but we value money way more than time. So, really think about those things. So yeah, thank you, Matthew, for all the great questions.
I
Yeah,
do want to add, Matthew, yes, I am paying attention to the interest rates. That's really important. But I also know that your circumstance can change significantly once you get into real estate. Right now, I mean, I'm still putting in offers. I have clients that are still making offers. And when the interest rates are this high, usually people are not buying, and sellers need to sell. So it makes the negotiations a little bit easier because no one's putting in offers, and homes are sitting on the market a lot longer these days. They're probably passing the 75, 90-day mark. So definitely, I mean, worst case scenario, if the interest rates drop, you can refinance. There's nothing wrong with refinancing. But there's a saying in real estate that the timing in the time in the market is more important than the timing of the market. So you're essentially wanting to get in now. I mean, they say getting into real estate was better 10, 20 years ago. But if you haven't gotten into real estate, today is the second best time to get in. So we remember what happened to the prices 2-3 years ago when the interest rates were at 3-4. It was a bidding war. Everybody was overpaying for these homes. So I don't want to take up too much time, but I hope that answered your question.
Yeah. Last thought too on that. Think about this for a second. Just on a macro scale, when you buy a real estate property right now, you once upon a time could afford a $700,000 property, but because of the interest rate and your debt service or your debt to income ratio, now you can only afford a 500,000. Now, if at this current interest rate, you bought something at a 7%, right, interest rate, that means you can afford 500 instead of 7, and same with everybody else. You buy this property, the same property, when the interest rates come down, that people can afford that, now they can pay more.
Mm-hmm.
If interest rates come down, your value of your property is going to go up because people can afford more, right? So that's why you want to buy, especially in today's market when interest rates are this high. Majority of the people, the average person without education, without being in a community like this, think this is not the right time to buy. You must, as a real estate investor or an investor of any sort, think in the opposite of what the masses think.
Mhm.
That is one guiding principle. If you can follow that, you will be successful in whatever you invest in.
Mhm.
Okay. Right? If you feel FOMO, okay, if everyone is making money in real estate or if everyone's making money in crypto, like, random people that you know are 10 times dumber than you are making all that money and it's causing you to want to go into it, don't. That's the time when you don't. But when everybody is like, oh, I don't know, it's scary, da, 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 that's the time to do it. So, two things that you can take away from this call. One, connect to the pain of why if you don't hit your goals. And two, what I just said. So, okay, I'm going to let my team give you guys the breakout. Listen, the Zoom gods never make mistakes of who's supposed to be in your room. All right? So, show up in the room. You don't have to have done real estate. You can be a complete newbie. I want you guys at least to share what is your 2025 goal? And if you don't have one, make one up that makes you feel, like makes your butt pucker. Like that you shrink your butthole when you say this goal. Say that as your 2025 goal if you don't have one yet. All right? And then what would it mean to you? Whether the pain or the excitement, like what would it mean to you, your family, the people that you love if you hit it? And also what does it mean when you don't hit it? So at least like maybe try to use that as a guideline. That would be really good for you guys to connect as icebreaker questions, and then, but give everybody time, right? Sometimes we don't want to be the one that hogs up all the time in the breakout room. So you guys are going to get 2 breakout rooms today because people have been saying how amazing they are. So you get 2 15-minute or 13-minute breakout rooms where you will be in a room, just network with these people. Trust me, you're meant to be in that room with the people that are in there. So and don't leave your room hanging, all right? It's very sad. It's very sad when people are going into the room and you leave them hanging.
Alex,
Yeah, when we come,
can we
yeah, when
ask one more question?
yeah, sure. Well, how about, because the breakout room open yet? No. Okay, go ahead.
First of all, thank you very much. Very inspiring story. I just listened your video while I was driving, and I listened just for like 5 minutes, but very inspiring story about you getting this property and then triple, making whatever, and then losing everything. So
Oh,
my name is Darius. I'm in real estate for 30 years, but overseas in Lithuania. Next to me, I don't know if you see, is the best chess player in United States, probably in the world.
oh, I am a chess player. Let's go. I'm
Yeah,
in. Okay, hold on. This way.
he's only yeah, all the trophies behind us.
Oh my
Wow.
God, I would love to get my butt kicked by you. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
he
set
actually
this
30-day
he
challenge.
actually yeah, we accept the challenge if you want to play, but he's
up.
playing grandmaster level already, defeating a
Oh
lot of
my God, I would
grandmasters.
love to
How
see
old
what
is
that
he?
feels like to get
He's
beat
only
every
12 and he achieved that in 3 years. Usually it takes about 10, 15, 20 years to achieve grandmaster's level, but he achieved that in only 3 years.
Oh my
So
God.
we,
All
we're
right, we're
really
starting
proud.
a
And
chess
by the way,
club.
he did 2 real estate deals already. So
Wow.
I mean, yeah, so we do homeschooling. He doesn't go to school. So this is another inspiring story. My son is really inspiration for a lot of people. I heard you have Nick, who is prodigy here
Yeah.
also. So great, great. My message to everybody is everybody are born geniuses.
Mhm.
Everybody. We are taught to be losers if you feel like you're a loser or whatever. So this school system doesn't work anymore, like today. But my question is, I have experienced 30 years in real estate, buying, selling, flipping, couple bankruptcies, came here to US, and in last 12 years I was managing company remotely. But at this point, I'm 52, and I decided to get into real estate here in US. And multifamily, commercial multifamily for me looks very attractive and logical for another 30 years, to go. So, but my question, it's like I'm like beginner. Let's say I'm beginner here in Florida. It doesn't matter my 30 years. Of course, it matters, but I need to adjust myself in Florida, in United States.
Yep.
And like I said, I can be, I wrote a message, I can contribute, I can give free advices, whatever who wants on psychology, on coaching, as long as I have enough time, you know, but later on, of course, I will need to charge for this. My question is, how do you attract investors, invest millions of dollars into multifamilies, big deals? I'm not talking about triplex or quadruplex. Well, I'm talking about 10 million, 20 million, 50 million. How do you attract investors in a market where we expect probably 30-40% crash, depending, maybe not multifamilies, but the commercial might crash about 30-40%, certain areas, certain property. Again, you cannot say everything gonna crash. Like ALFs, for instance, in 2008, ALFs were going up all the time, were going up, where everything was crashing up, but ALFs in Florida, living assisting facilities, were going up because of baby boomers. So, but my question, in short, how do you attract investors? How you say, look, let's buy right now, even though it's gonna go down by 20-30% or something? So this is spinning in my mind all the time.
You need to join our Wednesday call. Okay, so so somebody, Nick or somebody put that in there. You know, I don't. Sometimes the commercial space is a little too like far-fetched for a lot of people or to even think about on this call. So, you know, obviously you have lots of knowledge and I love that. And yeah, I will show you and teach you exactly the question that you asked on the Wednesday call. And you know, I was just in a room of people that can write tons of checks that can buy those. All right. So I'll show you guys how to do all that, how to capital raise, all those types of things. And yeah, love it. And I can't wait to get my butt kicked in chess. You know, I've never actually played a grandmaster. I always thought that, you know, I was good, but I would love to just get really, really humbled
Alex,
in
to make
chess.
you easier, Karas, would you agree to play blindfolded?
Wow. Wow, that's a big kick.
Oh, now
we're gonna blindfold him, and to make him easier for you, he will play blindfold, and to make it even more easier, he will remove your choice, rook or queen at the start.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Well, we're gonna make a whole video out of this as well. So I'm really excited for this. I'm so glad. Is this the first time you guys are here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's first time. By the way, it's really everybody who's listening. We've been, you know, I didn't speak much about myself, but we live in Silicon Valley for 1 year. I build MLS for Lithuania, for my country, multiple listing services. Many of you know what is this.
Love it.
So I'm actually looking to build something like multiple listing service for multifamily. I know you have LoopNet, you have a lot of commercial, but I like to have my own database and to make it very high quality. In that case, so we'll talk about on Wednesday.
I have an idea for you because this is a SaaS product that you're talking about. I have a really great idea for you. They do this in the residential space. You know, you have Ryan Pineda, like all these people saying they have their own, you know, analyzing, searching site, like MLS type of thing, but they're really just white labeling something.
Yeah.
So if you want to do that for multifamily, that's a really great idea, and we'll talk about that too.
Yeah.
But hey, what's both of your names?
Akeras and Darius Overlingas.
Okay, what's your son's name?
Akeras Overlingas. His YouTube actually is Akeras Planet. He has two YouTube channels, one for animal, like he has this iguana here, and another is for chess, Akeras Planet. We'll drop in the chat.
Okay, awesome.
But
Your
thank
name?
you again.
What's your name?
Darius.
How do you spell
Darius.
that?
Yeah, Darius, they say.
Oh, Darius. Okay.
Yeah, usually we've been to hundreds different events online, and usually they try to sell something immediately. I like that community approach. I like this, you know, give value and expect to get back a little bit later once you give yourself. So we're ready to give value, play chess or give coaching.
I'm so excited for this. Okay, so make sure you register for the Wednesday call. You know, I think it's going to be really valuable. I think you guys are going to have a great time, and this is a really good community. And thank you for this, you know, last minute inspiration for everybody. You know, that was really
Thank you.
It was really nice.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so we're gonna break you guys down in the breakout room. So Darius and Akaris.
Yeah.
Akaris. Okay. You guys will also be in rooms. I'm sure you guys are now going to be really, really popular. So people are going to be really excited for you guys to be in there. All right. Let's see if you guys can hit the lottery and end up in their room.
I came back in by mistake.
This was great. Everyone went into the breakout room.
Oh.
We had like 2 people like
Hey, Natalie.
Hey,
Hey.
I was talking and I think I didn't. I think I did press the button thinking it was supposed to miss it, and it brought me
It's
back
like,
to the
press
room.
here, press.
Yeah, and I thought I was trying to dismiss I should have read it properly because I was, but it was a good conversation.
Oh, well, you get to shout them out and you get to continue having these conversations.
Yeah. I wish, what was the gentleman's name? Anyway, I'm gonna mute myself. Thanks, guys.
No, we're going to find out what this gentleman's name is. That's our mission now.
I appreciate that.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope that was fun. I know it must have been fun since everybody waited to the last minute to come back. Now, Natalie has something she wants to ask.
Oh, thank you. So I was in a breakout room and I didn't exactly catch the name of the members in my group, and I was in the middle of talking to someone and I didn't catch the name. He was a roofer. Oh, Matthew, is that you? Okay.
Yeah, that's me. Yep, I'm here.
Okay. Sorry about that. I pressed the button by mistake, but we should definitely connect if you want. But I did share what I did have to offer.
Yeah, no, I caught the gist of it. I appreciate it.
Perfect.
Okay, so again, to continue the networking, just be a part of the WhatsApp group. We are over 300 now. They do have a max, so WhatsApp group Rookie Roundtable 1 will at some point close. So be a part of that, and then you guys can be a part of the second one, third one, whatever, But that's a great place to just continue networking in there. Listen, it's so easy. All you have to do is meet 10 people in that WhatsApp group a day. And the statistics, well, let's see. My statistic is that when I did that for one whole year, I raised $10 million. So that could be you, and you can do way better. All right, because I'm going to teach you how to do way better. I had to learn all this stuff. Okay, we're going to break you guys out one more time. Does anybody want to shout anybody out real quick? Or are you guys ready to go meet your next group? All right, Joel, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll shout out. Cynthia from New Orleans, Jerry, Maryland. They're kind of, new to this, community. So welcome, team. You're gonna learn a lot from Alex and Hughie, with the rest of the team here. Eugene
And Joel.
from New York's been doing a lot of deals. Obviously, New York market is not that good, but he's looking at a lot of deals in Georgia. So that's my backyard. So Eugene, we gotta connect, man. And Vanessa, great advice. So that's my shout out. Group number 2, rock.
Oh,
Nice.
thanks, Joel.
Also, I just watched this kid whoop somebody in chess, and I'm kind of nervous now. So, I'm gonna have to do some of my more research. Maybe take some lessons on his YouTube, and then
You got to go
maybe
for
the
it, Alex.
handicap
He's
of
gonna
maybe
be
the
fine.
handicap of a queen and blindfolded might not be enough after what I just watched. Okay. Anybody else want to share anything before we move you guys into breakout room number 2? All right, you guys are excited for that, obviously. So, okay, team, let's bring them out. You got another 12, 13 minutes. All right,
That's
guys.
I know.
I hope you guys had a
2025 's
great
fast.
time, and you guys had 2 breakout rooms. So hopefully you guys met some cool people. Next week, same thing. I think we might start changing the format up a little bit. So, we just really want to create a stage for people to be able to present and share what you guys got going on. Perhaps it's like, just to showcase your business, things like that. And then we'll do a little more breakout and more networking. And then keep maybe do a little bit of real estate stuff, a little bit shorter introduction, things like that. So that means if I'm going to do less introduction, that means the introduction will be put on your hands to be able to talk to new people that are coming in. And so let's see how that goes. You know, this year is all about empowering. And so I'm going to empower all of you guys who are here already. You're now seasoned rookie roundtable peeps. All right. And so when new people come, they are your kids. All right, Fraser, go ahead. What's
Oh,
up, buddy?
I'm sorry, Alex. We have a question. Where the name Rookie Round came from? Can you share the story of the name? Why you decided to name that Rookie Round?
So it's a round table. We really like the round table concept, right? It's really, you know, King Arthur had his round table, so it shows like equality. We're never trying to like be above anybody or anything. So that's the round table part. And rookie, we just wanted to, you know, be an invitation for new people to come into this space. But we might change it to some sort of like Legends Network or something, networking, something like that. I don't know. Well, we're still in talks, so no worries. Nothing's either way. This is going to be the best online networking place. That's my commitment. All right, go ahead, Fraser.
Wanted to give a shout out to Jeff Anderson that he's already meeting his 2025 goal. So that's amazing. Really nice guy. Great conversation with him. Kathy in the room. I love it when Kathy's there. She's amazing. And yeah, when you get a chance, whenever you want to have a conversation about that property, the 21 in Vegas, let me know.
Great. Since it's in Vegas, I will make that a top priority. So on my drive to my meetup that I'm going to be at here, I will call you.
Sounds good.
Cool. All right. Hello, Vanessa. Guys, I just want to say, I am so proud of Vanessa. Vanessa has been on this call for a year, and I didn't know that she was here because she never said anything and never turned her camera on. And one day she shared, and she's very shy about sharing, and she once upon a time was, you know, not very confident about speaking, but that no longer is the case. So, hello, Vanessa. So proud of you.
So much. This is all thanks to you. Like, pushing me
Thanks to
to,
you.
you know, push through. This is all you and God, basically. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to everyone on my room, which was Crystal, Gabriel, Kelly, and Dylan. Thank you so much for everything you guys shared, and I'm really rooting for you guys this year and for everyone on this call. And from the previous room I was in, I didn't get the chance to, but I really wanted to give a shout out to Mr. Joel Fujimoto, because it was a wealth of knowledge. I was just able to catch the very last few words of what he said because Zoom kicked me out for a second, but a wealth of knowledge. So thank you so much for everything you shared. And obviously, thank you to the amazing team that puts this together and works so hard to put all of this together for us every single week. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You are amazing. Okay, next thing we got to do is we are going to get you a webcam so you can see you a little bit clearer. Because I don't know, computer cameras, they're no good. So we're going to send you a Logitech webcam. Okay?
Just let me know where to send it. I'll do
Tell us
it.
your address. We are going to do
Yeah,
it.
DM me.
Tell Natalie the
I got
address
you.
and we're sending it to you right now. Okay, go ahead, Joel.
Yeah, sorry, taking a spotlight twice, but I got a shout out to Icarus. I was in a jackpot room with the 12-year-old, did his first real estate when he was 7. Dude, man, you're gonna be big, 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 very, very soon. So I gotta get your number, not your dad's, right? Anyway, nice meeting you.
By the way, I just remember what Alex said, that if you have some connections or whatever, it's very interesting. I'm 52 years old, and even though I dealt with, you know, I met some billionaires, I met some people, but nobody seemed to care about me. But here in Florida, he already played chess with the mayor of Coral Springs. Mayor of Miami invited him to play chess. And we have somebody who is working to connect him with Peter Thiel, the creator of PayPal, to play chess because he was chess player too. And we have a couple people working on connecting him with current President Donald Trump to
we
play
can make
either
that. We can
Donald.
make that connection for you.
Yeah. So I wanted to say he is good attracting connections. I have knowledge in real estate,
You
but
just
he's
you
good at
just
that.
focus on leveraging him. That's what you need to do. You focus on leveraging him, and all day you guys are gonna be great.
And for that, I need you guys because I'm a newbie in United States.
Lots of love for Akira's, but we love you too, Dad, too. So we
Yeah.
can keep it.
Joel.
So Alicia too, like, you know,
wait, real quick. If you guys have not watched his YouTube channel and watched some of his videos, go and do that.
Yeah, I'll put the link in right
yeah,
now.
put it in the
Okay,
link.
cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So cute.
All right, go ahead, Joel. Continue. Sorry.
All right, so we got our old friend Alicia. I think she's gonna join us the Accelerator 3 group, hopefully. So Alex is gonna be
Let's
connecting with you.
go.
So CJ from Sandy Springs, he's new, but he's gonna. I can tell in his voice that he's gonna make it big. Raul from California is going after 250 to 500 units, so he's a
Wow.
multi-fan. So join our Wednesday call. And also Amy from New York. You guys are awesome, man. I mean, you know, I love this group.
Amazing.
Just want to shout out to them.
You're awesome.
Joel, you're
Thank you for
amazing.
being here. Yeah.
And thank you, Joel, for inviting me tonight. I appreciate it.
Oh,
That's Jeff down here.
there he is.
Hey,
Hey, Jeff.
you.
Joel, you got to call him out and put him on the spot.
That's right. Jeff Anderson. We connected in the Aspire, Atlanta, Georgia. And yeah, we became really, really good friends. And we just had a call with Simon today. And I think we're going to be going after, like, you know, Simon's deal. I mean, you're going to see a lot of people here
That's
has a
right.
lot of deals. And you can learn a lot from everybody here. So welcome. So Jeff, you want
Thank
to
you.
introduce yourself real quick?
Well, I'm Jeff Anderson, real estate agent for 22 years. I would lend out to do real estate flips, JV deals, and shortly buying into a apartment complex syndication.
Boom.
Very cool.
But yeah, it's
Guys,
We welcome you.
there's all sorts of people in here. You don't know who you're next to.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There's epic people. You've no idea who you're in a room with here. Okay, go ahead, Gerald.
What up, Alex? Don't know if you got my message. Happy belated birthday, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Just want to shout out my a couple of my rooms. Tonight I met some amazing ladies. I might have forgotten some of their names. Also I met Bert, who's a new acquaintance of yours, I believe.
Bert?
Yeah, out in Vegas. And also I met Visions. I'm sorry, I can't remember his first name, but we'll probably be talking maybe later this week about AI opportunities, not necessarily a real estate, but just like how AI could help my side business as well. And if it's not too much trouble, I know you're like planning to change the format a bit, but would it be too much trouble to like push up the start time an hour early? Like
Yeah,
9
no,
is
that can't happen. No,
okay.
I can't push up the start time of this call, but appreciate you asking though.
No problem. Just all I wanted to say.
And I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say that there is in the possibility of all things that can happen in the world, that is possible. All right. So I'm not gonna say it's not possible. That is possible.
So in the multiverse, it could happen.
That's true.
Listen, I could be convinced. I don't know, but I could be
I'm
convinced,
for
and
it.
so can everyone in the community.
Hey guys,
I never want to
That's
shut
that's
down
great. That's great to
possibilities.
hear. That's great to hear because like 9 o'clock is kind of like late for me to eat dinner, and you know how they say like well, you're not you when you're hungry. So
I feel you on that.
I am on a water fast right now, so I feel you also. We can't talk about food. I'm starving. Okay. Anybody else? This has been really great. Thank you all for taking the time out to spend Monday night with us. I hope you guys got value here. You guys met some good people. In the Rookie Roundtable chat, next week, I want to showcase maybe 2 or 3 people, your business, your offerings, whatever that may be. So reach out to us on Rookie Roundtable if you have a business that you want to showcase. We want to talk to you first, and then we're going to showcase a couple other people that have been pillars in our community, and then we're going to showcase a couple businesses, and then yeah, we'll see what next Monday brings.
Hey, Alex. So
All right.
I just want to recap
Yep.
here, and this is every week, same time. So every Monday.
Every Monday, same time.
Okay. And is there another class or another meeting up? I don't know. Someone was saying Wednesday.
Yeah, so Wednesday is like the blueprint call. That's for like people that are more serious on like where to go, how to move forward, how to be a part of our general partnership to buy an institutional level deal this year, like what that map looks like. I have helped and created over 60 general partners in multifamily space. Okay, so general partners are people that are operating and running deals. So I have helped people either become or have been a part of our deals, over 60. All right, so like the experience, like I am about education and I am about empowering people. So that's the Wednesday call. And it's structured a lot more different than this one. That one is full blown. We're just diving right into things. So, okay. Cool, guys. You're all really amazing. All right. Just by being born, you guys are all miracles, and I appreciate you guys so much for spending this time with me. There are no accidents that you were here. There are no accidents who you met, and have a fantastic start to your week, and I will see you guys when I see you guys.
Thank you, sir.
Have a fantastic night, everybody.
See you guys. Thank you.